Well, well, well. Sorry for the slightly late start. I'm not completely prepared. I'm trying to do something weird. If you can't tell from the whole nefarious look to me today. Otherwise, good evening. I almost said good morning. This happens to me in class all the time too with my students. I do apologize for the flickering. I am trying to fix that. Why you're wondering about the flickering? I'm not just talking my nefarious flickering. But yes, good evening. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Already, my friends. Good evening, lads, lasses, non-binary folk. My nefarious looks are not just for those good-lookingness, but because look a little stiff. I know. Been the back recently. I've been helping the kids train for their sports day. It's really put a number on my spine. I will change that photo. I'm also feeling a bit stiff because let me pop the wonderful video source called Delete This up. Please don't accidentally dock me, delete this. Yeah, there it is. Now I can show off every bottle of absinthe I want. Oh, by the way, I was gonna buy some normal, like, kitchen gloves. Rather unfortunately, I was stupid. And didn't do that, so now I am wearing winter gloves at the start of summer. Oh, you such a prepared person, aren't you, Eric? Yes. So, I swear, we're just gonna have a little drink. I swear. I need to make some text that says, drink cam. I've also never bothered to install Word on this computer because I have laptops at my work. Like work laptops, so I haven't needed to word process on this computer, so I still haven't got all the fancy fonts that Word comes with naturally. Drink. Cam. Ba-ba! It's a bit big. Awful font. Do I have any other better fonts? Gotta have something that's better than this. Come on, in the basic fonts. You know what? Yeah, that'll do. No, that's awful. I don't like. That's even worse. Come on, let's see. You've got the natural Japanese font should be somewhere here. Come on. Gotta have something that's not awful. Ooh, ink-free. Oh, that looks awful. Oh, maybe all I need is a stiff drink. Oh, well. Let me tell you, mate. You would not believe what I'm planning to do today. You know what? I like that one. That one's nice. Oh, that's me. That's me. I haven't really... I was kind of a bit busy just before the stream was about to start, so I ended up being extremely unprepared. As you can probably tell. A bit smaller. Pull it up into the top corner. Put the text in front of it. Alright! Sweet. Now all I need is the stiff drink. Almost there. Okay, put the gloves back on, Eric. I only had 2 pairs of gloves. Actually, there's a third one, but I haven't the foggiest where it's run off to. A pair of navy blue gloves that I have. I've got my leather winter gloves. Hello. Haven't got the greatest dexterity. They're very thick. Or I've got a pair of extremely dirty gardening gloves that I've been using when I'm helping the groundsman out at work. I've got time. Absinthe. Which is going to be in the first drink of today. Lovely enough, this is a stirred drink, so I shouldn't have to try too hard. So, I grabbed a few things. I actually got one of the other reasons I took way too long to get home from work because I stopped by the liquor shop. And in that wonderful liquor shop, what happened to the brown gloves? I left them in Australia. And they were red, weren't they? I'm pretty sure they weren't brown, they were red. And yeah, I left them in Australia. I didn't really expect I'd be needing red gloves. Probably should have brought them, to be entirely honest. I was expecting to buy new gloves when I got here. I haven't. These bloody these ones I bought off eBay or something, 10 years ago have served me well. Doesn't help that I used them once when I bought them 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago? Yeah, 10 years ago about, probably. And then I never used them again because Queensland is never cold enough, and I only ever used them when I was down south. A bit far away because I'm about to stand up. Kind of leaning over. So, I want to imagine, right now, this is to my right and on the floor. This is back panel. Don't you like it though? Nice wooden chopping board. Makes for a nice base. It also does something wonderful, which is cut off the top of this particular wine bottle. Because you have no idea how difficult it was to make this camera work without just showing my whole face. Privacy is a pain in the ass. Is it bamboo? Absolutely not. It was 100 yen. So I bloody hope it wasn't bamboo. I guess there is a lot of bamboo. I don't know how you can cut it. Point is, this bottle of bloody alpaca cab sav was trying to dox me this whole time. Bloody pack of alpaca cab sav. But how I've set it up now, no matter where I put it on the board, you cannot see my face. Originally, it was above here. It was upstairs. On top of the desk that this current sheet is hanging off. This white sheet is hanging off. Right next to me, where it would be easy and convenient to sit and sip on. But no matter what I did, the bottles, the drinks, the glasses, everything just reflected my face. And, I'm not that good at, I do not like showing my face. That's the whole point of being a VTuber. The only reason my family could convince me to be a YouTuber in the first place is I could avoid showing my face. I am nothing if not extremely private. Delicious. But, kind of, at this point it's bordering on an obsession, trying to keep my face off the internet. Bordering on an obsession. I should probably stop it at some point. I can stop whatever I want. Just after I get my tinfoil hat off. Careful when you get yours. Oh, mate, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that, Tiberian, but I do appreciate the vote of confidence. Oh, you better believe that is something that I spent probably way too much time sitting here with this bottle of alpaca cab sav merlot. Didn't know you could do that. From Chile. Trying to get it, because it's amazing how bottles, so circular bottles, especially wine bottles, and I knew they did this. That's why I spent all the time doing it. But I knew they did this. I just didn't realize how you could really see you could see more than 180 degrees in the reflection of a wine bottle. Just how the light hits the, rounded top of a bottle. The rounded top. You can almost see it there. You never know. Maybe you saw something. And now I'm in the rest of my room. It's also black, which means you can see the rest of my room and my terrible mess of wires that currently sit behind the camera. I really need to get 2 cameras one of these days. So I don't have to look so stiff. You know what? First thing, stiff drink. So, let me go get my equipment. I'll yell across the room. How you been, Tiberian, though, since we last spoke? I feel usually you're getting off work around this time. Or waking up, I don't know. You used to do night shifts when I used to stream at these times of night. Alrighty then. So, my day off. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? So yeah, I stopped by the liquor store because I wanted to grab something. I've been watching way too many YouTube videos again. Haven't we all? Haven't we all? So, already, we've come to a choice. Should I do... So the first cocktail I want to make is a Sazerac. Famous New Orleans cocktail. Famous New Orleans cocktail. It's a stirred drink. I'm really going to show you a picture of the hole that all my alcohol is. It's a stirred drink, though, with a few spirits, sugar. Well, speaking of it's a long day at work. I've been very distracted. What YouTube videos you've been watching? There you go, look at me being a conversational partner. Asking questions about you. Look upon my extremely dirty mixing cup. Ew! Thank you! That's exactly what I wanted. Right. Looking a bit better. Look at all these reflective surfaces. Who needs a silver play button when you've got cutlery? I definitely can almost see myself in something. You can see my feet, I think. Ooh, giving those ones out for free. Yes. I've come to a choice. How should I make this cocktail? Should I make it... So the Sazerac is a famous New Orleans cocktail. It started with the Sazerac Company, a company that made distilled spirits and liquors and things like bitters. And it is, if I remember correctly, originally entirely made with cognac. But, you know, New Orleans being a highly French-influenced location, cognac is a popular drink for the French. I do like this avant-garde picture of cocktail-making stuff you got there. And so it used to be made with cognac, but then there was a cognac shortage due to... I can't remember what the exact thing was. It was a whole thing. But there was a cognac shortage, so they started using rye whiskey. And I've made a cognac Sazerac before. But I haven't made a rye and cognac Sazerac. I think I've made a rye Sazerac, a cognac Sazerac, but I've not mixed the two before. I'm wondering how much of each should I put in if I am going to make a mixed drink of that sort of thing. Oh, so usually it's 2.5 shots of spirits. So we're starting strong, mate. We are starting strong. So it's 2.5 shots of spirits. You know, a wonderful 90 mils. Nah, it's 2.5 shots. So it'll be 75 mils of spirits with a wash of absinthe. I don't have any New Orleans absinthe, but I do have French absinthe, and that's pretty much the same thing. I have some very strong French absinthe that I really like, that I got from a French man in Tokyo Station. I know that I met the guy who runs this company that I've got the absinthe for. Absinthe Superieur. Grande Absinthe. Absinthe plant bitter or planté d'absinthe. Product of France. Produit of France. Produit en France. Very good, very good. I sound drunk already. I'm starting to realize. I'm sounding absolutely deranged. Point is, should I have more cognac or rye? Or maybe I should do a 50-50. You know what? Move these out of the way for now. Put in the background because it looks nice. So, today, the rye we got is a 100 proof rye from the wonderfully named location in America, Knob Creek. There we are. Welcome to Knob Creek. Straight rye, not that expensive. Absinthe was banned for a long time for some reason. Ah, weird. A pretty big part of some very old cocktails, by the way. This is the Grand Absinthe, 69%, so 138 proof, I believe. It's about 138 proof, because it's 69%. It doesn't surprise me it was banned in a long time. One of those crazy things, especially if it was this sort of Grand Absinthe. This stuff is great. A lot more flavors than I found most absinthes that I've ever had. I've not tried them many, they're very expensive in Australia. But this was a very, very affordable little bottle, and you don't use much of it. Very fascinating thing. But yes, we've taken the trip up Knob Creek, and luckily we aren't up Shit Creek without a paddle. I don't know if it's much better to be up Knob Creek without a paddle, though. That could be potentially worse. I don't know how old it is. I was tempted to get a much more expensive bottle that declared its age at 10 years. But people said Knob Creek straight rye was good. 100 proof was good rye. 50%. It's not quite cask strength, but it's very, very limited water. Because I think a cask strength would be, what? 57 or 58%? I had a cask strength whiskey recently, actually. From a bartender. But yes, so essentially, that's what we're using for our rye. Our cognac is far less fancy, it's just connoisseur. I've already used quite a bit of it, as you can see. Just normal felt cognac, product of France. It's cognac, it's got the name cognac, it's from a French company, and it is a product of France. So luckily... that camera is flickering. But luckily... cognac has to come from the right region. That's the thing about the French, they are insufferable. And they will make lots and lots of very specific rules. So... you know what? Let's open this bottle. Open this bottle. Oh, it's wax. I should have probably expected that. It's a wax lid! They've got wax on this lid. Ooh, look at all that wax fall everywhere. Ooh, delicious. There it goes. Damn Americans, I've got wax all over my floor now. I should have probably realized this. Looks like I've burnt everything. I guess I have to get the bloody broom out. This always happens when I do cocktail making streams. Why do I always make a damn mess? Make a damn... Wait. Yes, correct place of origin name. Don't know exactly what the term is. Yeah. It's just weird that people haven't tried to fake it, you know? Like, people fake Wagyu all the time. Why don't people just fake cognac? What the hell are the French gonna do about it? The hell are the French gonna do about it? Alright, so. You know what? I'll go get my one of my rocks glasses out. Let's have a bit of a sip of this Jacob's Creek before we put it into a cocktail. Yeah, you can use places generic names in US. Yeah. There you go. This is one of 2 of these. This one still has its sticker on it. Beautiful. Kagami crystal. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. Kagami crystal. I will turn it this way. Don't worry, not all of them. Ooh. Give it a sniff. Definitely gotta just taking a sniff. A dash of it. I apologize. I realize you don't drink, do you? Apologize for this stream, though. I am very sorry. Glad I chose this. I do also have a much less classy shot glass with a man's face on it. Ooh, I got it for free. Daisy, already spilt some. Oh, but you enjoy. Thank you. I always feel a bit awkward. It's become a lot more popular, and for good reason. You know, there were always people who abstained, especially many men of the cloth, and my father. But it's still... There's always a much more uncommon thing to find. I don't think I ever really got used to it. Quite a sweet, almost caramel smell to this one. I don't quite have a whiskey flute that they're those with the fancy ones that's supposed to make it easy to smell. Whoa. Not a whiskey for the faint of heart, certainly. Yeah, it is quite a spicy whiskey. Which is what ryes are known for. But it has got an unmistakable sweetness. I wonder if there's bourbon in this. Or maybe not bourbon, they wouldn't have mixed it. It's a straight rye, so it has to be... Straight rye is quite... No, it must be bourbon. It just must be sweet. I'd rather much spend the whole night watching YouTube videos rather than drinking, so I choose not to pick up that habit. Fair enough. I, however, do both. Actually, I usually watch movies when I'm drinking. Or talk to people. Yeah, I'm showing my hair, but it does have a sweet nose. But it is a straight rye, so it should have, what, 95 or something % rye? That 5% may be something like corn. Like a bourbon-style corn mash or something. Very unusual, very different. I think we might do a 50-50 with this. Throw that back there for now. Beautiful glass. So, you smell the old cognac. Yeah, we'll do a 50-50. It'll make a nice, sweet one. So. Yeah. 50-50, 2.5. So 1 3/4 for each. 1 3/4 for each. Yeah, 1 3/4 for each. Ah, it's annoying to do. I'm not actually going to use that glass. This glass is nice, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use another one. That's the same glass. It's the same style of glass. It's just cold. So I can have it chilled. Alright. So, let's get this started and actually make a cocktail, shall we? I don't have a mixing glass still. I still do not have a mixing jug. I am a fraud. For 1 to 1/2 since it's easier. Yeah, 1 rye, 1.5 cognac. I am far too good at taking these glasses. Alright. Ice. 1 ice would help. Sugar! That's another one. This one's one of those ones that uses a sugar cube rather upsettingly, you know? That and an old-fashioned. Old-fashions also use sugar. I never understood, how much is in a sugar cube? What is 1 sugar cube's worth of bloody sugar? They're different sizes. This always seems so strange to ask for in a recipe. Give me the damn amount. It's half a teaspoon? A teaspoon? It wouldn't be a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. I should just be lady and make them simple. Wait a second. Put it on that. Make them simpler. Alright, let's throw everything into the mixing. While we're here, 1 to 1.5, you say? What the hell is this chair doing here? I'll just sit on the damn. Oh. Not quite as comfortable, but a lot more maneuverable. Oh yes, Peychaud. I forgot about that. Alright, unfortunately I don't have a beautiful, clear mixing glass. But you can see how much these bloody things reflect. That's showing the ice tray sitting on the floor. I do not have a beautiful mixing glass. So instead, you get me sort of half-heartedly pouring stuff in. Woo! Look at me go. I really should just... I wonder. No, it doesn't work. Damn. That would have been so good. Alrighty then. Now for the cognac. Thank you, Knobs. Sure, I'll use you in another cocktail later tonight. 1. This. Now 1 more half. It's gonna be strong. You know, I'll never admit to be a wonderful... zoom out a bit, shall we? There you go. A bit better. There you go. I should put something funny in the front. Cup. I don't know. And have the sake cup sitting in the front. It's fun and interesting. Look. Visual interest. Look at me. I'm not even looking at my screen. You know, it could be on fire right now for all I know. Oh, there you go. But yes, so. By the way, I picked this up from a little local shop. It's adorable, isn't it? Look at that little man. Look at this little man. Let him go. I always like to think it's like a little tanuki. A little tanuki with a knife. Trying to stab somebody. It's coming for you. Little tanuki man. Coming for you. So, little tanuki man, keep an eye on him. I don't want him stealing my liquor. Alright. Making up some simple. Just sugar and hot water. Then we'll be throwing some Peychaud. I think it's all these fancy old bartenders who can boil a jug of water. Why they all use sugar cubes. Oops, sorry. Hand reveal. Got to take the glove off again. I took the glove off again without meaning to. Shocking. See it here first. Hand reveal. Local geriatric. Truly, he's fallen so low to have so many sunspots. Speaking of sunspots, I really need to find somewhere in Japan to get myself skin cancer checks. It was so easy in Australia. My local GP, my GP, he would just do it for me. It was so nice. These days, I actually have to think about it. These days, I have to bloody think about it. An absolute nightmare, I tell you. A nightmare. Alright. Little cup of simple. Little cup of simple. There he is. Ooh, delicious simple water with a tiny little piece of red in it. I don't know what that is. Probably microplastics. Did you hear they found microplastics in people's testicles? I don't know why that came to mind. But yeah, I saw a news article. I don't know if it was clickbait. I never read the damn news article, but hey, microplastics and testicles makes for a great news article. Alright. No. Didn't really need to know that. Yeah, turns out they found it. So, doesn't it comfort you to know that microplastics produced by a modern society have truly made it into every part of society? You never know. These days, we're out here, we have hard-working gametes and the like, and hard-working gametes. And they're getting their jobs stolen by the brand new, spangled, bloody microplastics coming here, stealing our jobs, making it hard to have children. I wonder how that's gonna happen. But yes, so, the next thing about a Sazerac is usually have Peychaud's. I have a tiny dasher bottle. Look at my wee little dasher bottle. Sazerac. Wouldn't be finished without a bottle of Peychaud's bitters. New Orleans' finest. I believe it's made by the Sazerac Company now these days. So the old Peychaud's bitters. Look at them, beautiful stuff. Very, very low in alcohol, these bitters. Delicious Peychaud's. So, it says 4 dashes of Peychaud's, but I have a tiny dasher bottle. Hold it like this, because I'm fancy, between my fingers. So I'm probably going to do 8. So, try this. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we are. Delicious. Now, I'm lazy, so half a shot of probably simple will do. For what I need, for the sweetness I need. There you go, half a shot. Simple. Who knows how well that simple was mixed? I might just pour a heap of water into the cocktail. Whiskey in, sugar in, absinthe rinse. Rightio. I am lazy, so I'm not going to do a proper rinse, because again, if I could do that, I'd just work in a bar. So, instead, delicious water. Delicious, delicious frozen water. It is way too hot in this room, I'm starting to realize, and my ice is unfreezing so quickly. Here we have it. The ice. Ice. 6 a.m.? Maybe in your part of the world, mate. Alright, so, before we do that, actually, Last step. There it is. A beautifully chilled rocks glass. There we are. Ooh, look at that. Beautifully chilled Kagami glass, or Kagami crystal rocks glass. Push that a bit back. Can you eat it? No! Also, good morning, Banner Knives. So, rather cleverly, instead of having to do a whole heap of rolling the glass around with the absinthe in it, instead, there's the absinthe. I'm using this absinthe, the French absinthe. I'm actually using one of these. Look at this little clever machine. This is a 5ml perfume atomizer. A lot of perfumes have high alcohol concentrations in them, actually. Not alcohol you can drink, but you can use it. And so they're resistant to alcohol. So, I've thrown my absinthe into it, and I'm not going to use it as a perfume, as charming as the French probably would find me wearing their alcohol. I don't think 70% is going to be my success rate talking to ladies using that one as a cologne. So instead, you can just give it a spray. Atomize inside your glass a few little spritzers. Gives you a nice cover of absinthe. Instead of having to do the whole rolling thing with the glass. Get our ice cubes, oh no. Rolling all over the floor. And start placing them in. Because I, again, wasn't prepared. I should have been putting these over the ice. Okay. Then, this out of the way for now. Star of the show is this. Give this a bit of a stir, shall we? We're looking for that nice frosting colour. Probably do this for about 10 to 15. It's really hard to do with gloves on, to be entirely honest. Sorry, I'm going to take my gloves off. There we are. Nuke the glass? Why would I nuke the glass? I'm not going to put my glass in a microwave. Usually stir for a lot longer than you shake. Shaking cools it down a lot quicker. I'm going to be stirring for a bit. I, because of the angle, can't get very fast. I swear, bartenders who are watching, I usually spin this a lot faster. I apologize for my inadequate skill. Yeah, we'll say that's about right. Delicious. Glove back on. Strainer over the top. Glass in front. Let's have this pour, shall we? Yep. Ready, let's go. Beautiful. Ice is melting so quickly. Apologize, ice. Now, one last thing to finish it up. One last thing to finish it off. One extremely expensive lemon. Because Japan can't make fruit for some reason. Extremely expensive lemon that is almost certainly going to rot in 2 days. I am Roblox and playing Eric 6am. By the way, there's my lemon. And here is my wonderful healing knife, because they still sell these in Japan. They don't really sell them much in Australia. Let's peel ourselves a large cut of lemon, shall we? There we go. There's ourselves a large cut of lemon. Spread those oils over the top. Woo! This is a terribly old lemon. Then just... I could do something fancy with it. Am I going to? Probably not. Make it a bit of a boat, huh? And then just drop it in. And there we go! One Sazerac. Made in a beautiful rocks glass. With minimal effort and maximum rambling for about 40 minutes. You would not believe it, but I can waste a lot of time. So, let's have a sip. Cheers to you. Cheers, everyone. Probably. Ooh, that is actually quite good. I quite like the balance. The lemons at least come out quite nicely. The expressed lemon peel. Now the Peychauds are still there. The cognac. Definitely, I think it was a good choice to go with the cognac as the stronger one here. Maybe a tad much sugar. Maybe I'll have less of... I only had a half a shot. Maybe a quarter of a shot next time, or a third of a shot. Tad much sugar. Maybe that's the cognac and the sugar. They're both quite sweet, comparatively. But it does have the bite, the spice from the rye whiskey. Though I think it would have been a much different drink if I had just prepared it with that straight rye, that 100 proof rye. Bit annoying to set it down. There you go. Throw the rye in the background. That is the rye we're using tonight. You know what? I'm feeling it tonight, so I'm gonna post myself on Twitter. Give me a moment. I'm gonna Twitter it up. But yes, how have we all been feeling? Panda, how's everyone been going while I do this? Because, I've been quite busy this week, actually. It's around the season, a lot of schools start doing their sports festivals and the like. And so I've gotten quite busy doing things that aren't English teaching. Rather interestingly. I've gotten quite busy. Knife. Getting drained. Gotta go to my bro's place for dog babysitting. On Friday, though. I see. Well, I'm quite drained as well. Because of the, well, just generally work. But honestly, this is one group of kids that I work with that are just so difficult. They are so truly difficult to work with. It's a whole combination of things. I really wish I could tell you why, but honestly, they have made it very difficult for me to teach them. Very, very difficult. And so I've ended up quite drained from that today, actually. Ended up drained from that, certainly. Are they from the hood? The Japanese hood? Well, we're in the middle of bloody nowhere, so I wonder what bloody hood they're from. No, it's a big class. Overly sized. Almost 40 students. Too many students. Especially for that age. And they've just... I guess they've probably just gotten used to getting away with things. Being such a big class, it was always hard to maintain law and order, I suppose. Wow, nobody really posts about no VTuber, there's no real VTuber tags that are popular except for the Japanese ones right now on Twitter. Japanese ones on Twitter are the only ones that are pretty big right now. Maybe I should throw one of the Japanese. Maybe I should just like throw a Japanese hashtag on. See what happens. My Twitter. I don't know why anyone... Does anyone call it X? Don't call it X. I don't know. What? Let's look at this. This tag. This Vtuber tag. What does it look like? Okay, no, it's just like a trend. It's a trend. I should probably not put that Vtuber tab down. Alright. Lesson learned. Alright. Cocktails. I'm just gonna say cocktails. Night stream in what? Several, like a year, almost a year and a half now. Yeah. Few drinks. Made by yours truly. We have a real rule that only VTubers can be mods, and people who fill out a trial mod form or something like that. Oh, interesting. I just made a few people mods and left it at that, because I am nothing if not extremely lazy. There's a picture of one of my drinks. What's the best picture of a drink I've made recently? I really think that Mai Tai is quite nice. I'm gonna put that as the picture for my stream. Few drinks by yours truly. For chat. Chat. Drinks made by yours truly. Now featuring drink can. Exclamation mark. Alright, there you go, advertising. Absolute advertising. Post to Twitter. Take that, Twitter. Fear me, my mighty powers. It's so funny because I feel like a spy in his chat. Do I know him personally? Know the guy? No one else in the chat. I'm sure a few of my family members have felt like that. They've come and hung out. That's a good one. Quite like that. Kind of comes together in a sort of sweet. The sweetness is definitely making it almost like caramelly. Delicious. Yes, interesting. Interesting. Busy days recently, though. Busy days recently. Actually, you know, the Grande Absinthe reminds me of a story. The Grande Absinthe, this French absinthe. Woo. This French absinthe reminds me of a story. I met the guy who runs this company. Or runs the distillery that makes this absinthe, at least. He also makes wine, as you'd expect. He's in France. So I met the French guy who made it. I was hanging around Tokyo, actually. I just happened to get in a conversation near a liquor shop about, because the guy was there doing something. He was organizing something with a business partner. They were actually checking out locations. I just happened to meet this French fellow. And I happened to get into a conversation with him. In a good long chat about different things. He actually started talking about some of his products. He's a good salesman. I'll tell him that. And he mentioned that the absinthe was, you know, made by his company and they were exporting it to Japan. And, you know, we had a good chat about it. It was a good time. We talked about cocktails. We talked about spirits. Things. I talked about my passion for that sort of thing. I talked about how fun it was always and how much I made cocktails at home. All this sort of thing. I talked to my favorite cook. We had a big back and forth conversation. I frankly think, and it annoys me to this day, that I didn't follow up on it. I really wish I had, like, a business card. I don't have any new business cards for being in Japan. I should print some business cards. Because, good God, by the end of that conversation, we were getting along like, you know, a house on fire. It sounds like a bad thing, but it usually is a good thing as a phrase. Getting along like a house on fire. Such a strange phrase. beside the point. And we were chatting, I mentioned my like for cocktails, and I thought it would be fascinating to work in the industry. In Japan especially, it'd be fascinating to see how they take sort of the craft of it. It was always something that fascinated me in Australia too, the craft gins, and the craft this, and the craft that, the craft beer, the craft that. I always thought it'd be interesting as a sort of retirement job to work in a brewery or something like that. And him and his business partner, a Japanese fellow, they just started asking me questions, and being an older person, I wasn't expecting it. That's probably why I wasn't expecting it, you know? Maybe I was a young whippersnapper, I'd expect these sort of questions, you know, sudden questions, but I was like, oh, you know, I'm trying my best, I'm doing X, Y, Z. My Japanese is not too bad. They kept asking me, how's your Japanese? Where are you going? What are you planning to do? What do you see yourself? How do you see it? They did everything short of asking me, how do you see yourself in 10 years? I would probably reply, dead, maybe? Dust? Bones? In the fields of France? But yes, you know, I had this whole, conversation with them, and I realized after the conversation was done, what really nailed the head in the coffin is they came and talked to me as I was walking away, and they're like, you're really interested in this industry? And I was like, yeah, I'm quite interested. It'd be fascinating to work in the industry. In that moment, I should have bloody well given them a business card. I'd really written my damn number down on a bloody receipt or something. Because that guy was angling. He was getting, after I looked back on it, those were interview questions. Those bastards were asking me interview questions. I cannot believe I missed that. Cannot believe I missed it. It's been so long since I've actually had to do an interview. That's a lie, but, you know, it's been so long. It's been a while since I haven't just used connections. It was rather strange to be asked these questions on the fly, and I really should have given them my number. And just said, if you have a job, give me a call. It's a missed opportunity, but I did meet the guy, and he was the bloody CEO. I would have been able to get something from him. Frustrates me to no end. I would have even worked for a Frenchman. I would have worked for that Frenchman. As much as that would hurt my heart. Point is, you miss some, you lose some. And I still got it. I still bloody well got it. Charming people left and right, be it the French or the Japanese. They can't handle old winter's charm. Can't stop me. Cannot stop me, mate. I am... You could have worked for the spy from TF2. You know, his accent was very strong. He had a strong... He wasn't Parisian. It wasn't a Parisian accent. It was a definitely more outside of that area accent. But he certainly had a strong accent. Speaking with the very classical... It was quite classical. Yeah, he had a very strong... It was very good English, both of them. I mentioned how I was jealous they grew up in Europe. That he grew up in Europe because often Europeans will learn a great deal of English. Just because they have to. English is much more common over there than it is. It's just as common as any other language, I suppose. And so a lot of them use it as what is it? The word. Suddenly forgot what I was saying. Yes, a lot of Europeans use English as like a lingua franca. Like a basic language they know most people in Europe would be able to speak. I am jealous of the French. For that. And nothing else. I'm jealous of the French for that and nothing else. I will tell you that for sure. What was I doing again? I wish I could speak all languages. Yes, I remember seeing one of those questions. You know, they're like, if you could choose, you can only choose one power. You can either talk to animals or speak every language. And I saw far too many people choose speak every bloody speak to animals. In what world would speaking with animals be more more better, more useful, more pragmatic in any single situation than speaking every language. God, I'd give every language a heartbeat. It takes so long to learn a bloody word these days. I don't want to speak to a dog. He had nothing useful to say. I'm not a bloody tabloid writer. If I was a tabloid writer, I could probably find some bloody use in that. If I was a tabloid writer, I could probably find something like that, but I don't use somebody's dog to get them to tell me secrets about some rich person and blackmail them or something. I don't know why that's where my mind goes almost immediately, but yeah. Why the bloody hell would I have a choice to talk to animals? You know, I loved my old dog. I don't think he had a damn good thing to say, though. You know, I love birds, but half the time they're just making noise so they can root the nearest bird. They're just having a root, and I don't really want to hear avian sex talk, frankly. It's not really what I was waking up in the morning to. I don't mind to be intermittently broken with, "Oi! Oi, cat! Oi! You pretty bird over there! Hey! Hey! You want some? You want some, eh? Prime real estate right here, mate!" Yeah, it's not really what I want my morning tea to be accompanied by. Seriously. People are stupid and should talk to more people, and then they'd want to speak every language. Point is, that upset me. Why would you want to talk to animals? I ain't no bloody D&D druid. Maybe I just had a lot of stupid dogs as pets. Maybe I'd be more, if they seemed actually intelligent, maybe I'd actually like the idea more. But every dog I've had hasn't had a bloody thing going on between the ears. Haven't had a bloody thing. I'll tell you that for free. Wow, waking up at 4 AM and seeing you live is a nice feeling. Good morning, Andy. You joined me. Having a Sazerac. Classic New Orleans cocktail. With some, rather appropriately, French cognac, American rye, and French absinthe. As well as Peychaud's bitters, but that's, of course, whatever. Oh, there it goes. Set them off. So tired. This is why, and this may blow your mind, you should keep a bottle. Now, I do the same thing. I always go to bed, dry out like I'm a fish out of water, like I'm a salmon in the Sahara, and need some water. And so I always keep at least a 500ml bottle of water right next to my bed. Right next to my head, most of the time, too. So I just get up, sit up for a moment. Hell, not even sit up sometimes. Sometimes I almost choke myself to death trying to stay lying down so I don't wake up. Like somebody who keeps their eyes closed as they go to the toilet, really hoping when they... And don't keep all the lights off, so they kind of hope that all the movement doesn't... You kind of keep the rest of your body asleep. You're sneaking around the house, like if you keep your eyes shut and don't turn the lights on, the rest of your body won't realise it's awake. Like, oh, I didn't see him leave the room. I thought I was in bed. But yes, no, point is, always keep a bottle of water next to you. In fact, I used to have like a liter bottle right next to me. My water bottle is 200. Fill the damn thing up, Andy. Or fill it halfway up. Or just get a pet bottle from a pet bottle. P-E-T bottle. That's what they call them in Japan. Like a plastic bottle. Like a leftover Coke bottle or soda bottle or something like that. Just fill that up with water. You've already got the microplastics in your system. You're not going to get any more from having your water in plastic. Oh. Very nice cocktail, this one. I wish I had fresh water. Yeah, my water tastes a bit strange. Japanese water is very different. What? Fresh water? No, tap water. That's what I mean. Tap water is fresh water. What tap water is you drinking? You drinking bore water or something? You getting it out of the water table or something? You got heavy metals in your water, do you? You suppering on that bloody arsenic? You know, suppering on that delicious iron and calcium. But yes, the tap water here tastes a bit funky, to be honest. What is fresh water? It's water that doesn't have salt in it. I always assumed fresh water was water that humans could consume. Yeah, that is fresh water. That's fresh water to me. No more fresh water than tap water is. Fresh water, I guess fresh means like, ooh, fresh, foresty. Ooh. We have a purifier that purifies tap water. Most of the time, tap water is purified. What are they trying to get the fluoride out of the water? They're trying to make your teeth shatter every time you try and chew in a particularly hard toy. I don't know why I was about to say toy. Particularly hard toffee. That's what I was going for. Toffee. Where the hell is my brain going? I am in a mood today. I am all over the damn shop today. Kind of like the energy I've brought. It does help that I didn't lose all the energy waiting for someone to turn up to talk to. Thank God for Tiberian. I'm just used to that. I've drank bore water all the time too. I drink bore water a lot of the time as when I was younger too. Used to have to boil my water. I did. Couldn't use it from the tap straight, you had to boil it. Otherwise you'd get some terrible disease. Actually, you'd just get a bad stomach. You could still get a terrible disease. And I've had water that definitely was a bit heavy. Water that was a tad heavy. It was bore water again from the earth. It was a tad heavy though. Didn't have to boil it, but that's because not much could survive and that much minerals. Practically had my own mineral water, except it wasn't probably the minerals you'd want. Oh, the ambos are going by. Somebody did something. I can hear the ambulance. I can hear the police. What'd you do? What did you do, Pen and I? Was it you looking up in the shower going, ah, like you're a mid-century Californian farmer in a drought with the first rains in years, and they go outside like, yes, oh, we're safe, and they sit there with their mouth open and the dramatic soaring music plays. I was about to start singing the Jurassic Park theme. Also, there's a fly on my ceiling. There's a fly in my bucket, dear Eliza, dear Eliza. No, it's a hole in my bucket, sorry. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Eliza, dear Eliza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Eliza, there are holes. Not even perfect, just any Californian. Fair enough. Good point. I really should make sure what's going on with them. I got distracted by a video on Twitter. Sorry about that. As a Californian myself, I would know. The Pope would be asked this soon. I got that illegal water straight from the source. Oh no. He's stolen from the water mother. Take him. He is stolen from the water mother. Destroy him. Do you know how many rich people are in the Water Mother's cult? They know when the world eventually collapses, they will be the truly fortunate. Those who worship the Water Mother. Looks like I'm walking to the kitchen for water. Too bad, Andy. Should have had a plastic bottle that would poison you slowly over many years. Sounds like a real technique issue, my friend. I almost smashed myself in the unmentionables with a bottle of Peychaud's bitters. Water past 2 AM always tastes better. That's because you are dying, and your body thinks it has walked into the Sahara. Probably shouldn't have so much air conditioning running or something. Or live in California. I got it from Waterboy in that whole hit-ass movie. Old movie featuring Adam Sandler. I remember that movie, actually. God, that was a while ago now, wasn't it? When did that movie come out? Adam Waterboy. 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 Good God, but I'm in a mood. Adam Sandler. Ooh, 1998. That's when my nephew was born. The last of my nephews was born, at least. The last of my nephews was born. Bobby, a water boy, is completely dominated by his mother, who does not let him mingle with others. His exceptional tacking skills earn him a place on the football team. Is that supposed to be tackling skills? Or tacking as in, like, tacking on a boat? Box office 190 million, though. It's pretty good. Frank Corsese. Coracy. Right, let's get to cut the stream, though. I'm glad you were able to come. Enjoying my drink. I should probably make one more before the stream ends. 6 out of 10 on IMDb. There you go. Not too far from me. We're drinking this quite quick. But I did eat a large dinner before this. So, I should do more streams at this time of night. I'm feeling it today. I am absolutely feeling it. Oh, I know, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Wow, the director does not have a neck. I wonder where it went. Why 6 AM, Eric? I thought you streamed 12 hours from now. Because I wanted to do more than one stream a week, burning hours. And I cannot stream in the morning. During the week. Because I work. And also this weekend, I've got Saturday where I'm working in the morning as well. So I may end up doing a Saturday evening stream as well. It's essentially one. Let's be honest. The main reason is I wanted to drink on stream. I wanted to drink on stream and not feel like a failure of a human being. Not feel like actual human refuse. Drinking 7 in the morning. Really not an ideal mental health move, frankly. You know, it doesn't really get you into the right headspace, as you would say. Drinking copious amounts of alcohol before the sun has even reached its, zenith. So I wanted to drink on stream. And yeah, that was pretty much the main reason. And I was kind of tempted to see if I did enough of these streams that I'd attract a different audience. I was kind of tempted to throw Japanese in my streaming schedule or something, like streaming stuff, and see if Japanese people would turn up and talk to me. Could always use more practice reading Japanese, certainly. Should I make that? Oh, I don't have any eggs. I don't need eggs. I do have sweet. Should have enough sweet. I could make that. I should make a New York sour. Should make a New York sour. I think it's hard that people think Spider-Man 3 is a bad movie. I liked it. Me and you both, Andy. Granted, I am an awful person to ask about good movies or bad movies. I like a lot of things. Man 3. That's the one with the Venom suit, isn't it? 2007, if I remember correctly. Or 2006? 5? 7? 5? I don't know. 7. May 1st. Ooh. No, in Japan. I don't care about the Japanese. Yeah, the one with Venom in it. Yeah, one of the Sam Raimi ones, right? Is this one where lowest... No, that's no, because this is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, isn't it? So it would have Tobey Maguire. His evil Tobey Maguire, right? And there's that whole really funny meme that's come out of it. Evil Tobey Maguire. Which was just everyone who decided they looked good in black in their early adulthood. That is good. That is so good. I was alright with it. I didn't hate it. But again, I just like media. I just like media. I am certainly not the best person to judge films. Though I do think a lot of people are far too harsh. Like, I watch so many things. I often watch so... Isn't Spider-Man 3 one that has that really, really spectacular animated scene of Sandman? That's, like, extremely advanced for the time. That's the one, right? It doesn't have Sandman. It's extremely advanced. When he turns into sand, it's like everyone is shocked by how good the animation is in that film. And when, you know, visual artists talk about it, it's like it's something that inspired me to do better. I'm not misremembering that scene, right? Pretty famous. I've really got to choose a different picture. Let me upload a different picture for me. Oh, you can actually have multiple now. Wow. Eric 23. Alright. I select a file. Okay. So I'm going to change my picture, just because I don't want to look so nefarious anymore. I want to look kinder and more approachable. Less evil. Alright. So let's choose the most evil face out. I have a good, like, reactive face. Do I look good, nefarious? Should I stay looking like Bully Eric? Nefarious Eric? Is Nefarious Eric working for everyone? Because I'm kind of too lazy to change it at this point. Is Nefarious Eric good for everyone, or should I change to something else? Should I change to less Nefarious Eric? Don't mind it. That's good. That should be the inactive image. Give me a moment. I just saw something that seemed kind of funny. Alright. I'm a bit tiny, aren't I? How small am I? How small have I just become? Yes. Beautiful. I love this. I love this one. The resolution of it is terrible for some reason, but I love it. Yes. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. I'm absolutely... chef's kiss. Beautiful. Spectacular. Amazing. Wonderful. But it does mean every time I speak I close my eyes and I can't see you. Kind of look a bit sultry in that inactive picture too. Look at that. Giving you a bit of a smolder. Giving you a bit of a smolder, I am. Almost to the end. God, it's cold. Almost to the end. Which means I need to make another drink. This is a choice. So, we could either go for another drink of a similar style, the old-fashioned, We could build it right here in this glass. Or we could go for something more exciting. Oh, well, more exciting. We could go for a Mai Tai. So that would be a shaken drink with rum, lime juice, orgeat, which is a French almond syrup, and a little orange curacao, or in my case, Grand Marnier. Yeah, I can never remember the French name, but Grand Marnier or Grand Mariner, if you're gonna be lazy and not speak it in French, which is a cognac orange liqueur. So, cognac-based orange liqueur. It's a tiki drink, which means it's Caribbean in origin. And it's got a little... In fact, it's the one with the picture, I think, in the background. So this... No, that picture is a sidecar, which is also something we'd make. But we could go with a Mai Tai. We could go with a similar one to this cocktail, which is a old-fashioned, which will be built in the glass. It'll be the rye whiskey, probably. Rye whiskey. Built in the glass with another lemon peel and a bit of sugar and some bitters. Almond syrup. No, it's not almond syrup. You're not Japanese. It's almond. Almond syrup. Almond. You know, the nut. The delectable nut of ovular shape. Yes, so we've got that. So a Mai Tai, a tiki cocktail, rum-based, sweet, fancy, good for summer. Good for summer. Or we could go for something else entirely. We could go for another whiskey-based drink. Not with this, just normal whiskey, probably. I'd use normal whiskey for it. A whiskey sour, or a New York sour. So you'd... Get this stuff out of the way. So you would use... You would use a normal whiskey. You would use a normal whiskey. Some lemon juice. Some simple syrup. So some sugar. Shaken, of course. And with a float of red wine on the top. So it'll be like whiskey all the way up. And a little bit at the top of red wine. I could use the rye. I even got this little bottle of red wine, just in case. Look, delicious alpaca red wine. Which was the reason why the camera angle is so weird. Because if I put the camera slightly higher, there is a very reflective top to this bottle, which allows you to see more than 180 degrees around this room. You could practically see the whole damn room. You can see what's behind the wine bottle. Drink it straight up, yes. Drink some Cab Sav. So yes, we could do that. So we have got 1, Mai Tai. 2, New York Sour. What else have I got? 3, Gimlet, which is a gin sour. 4, just a gin and soda. And 5, the wonderful and the terrifying, whatever the bloody hell this is. Just whatever the hell this is. You seeing this? You seeing this? Seeing this absolute horrifying creation? This is an alcohol. A liqueur, to be exact. Liqueur. It is a whole 20% alcohol in this thin 500ml bottle. I found it today. Now, I've had one of these companies before. I've had this company's alcohol before. One of their sweet potato liqueurs. Look at it. Look upon this chili liqueur's glorious body. Chili liqueur. Karakute Sutsupai. Seeing your hand keeps reminding me you're not real and not a part of a VTuber hallucination. Yeah, you better believe it. I can give you a thumbs up. I can give you a little bro fist. That can be a high five. Ha. Ha. I can tap. I can flip you off. I can tell you where to stick it. But yes. Look at this. Look at this. So, let me do some translating. Suppai. So, karaku. Karakute. Suppai. So, karai is an adjective that means spicy. Suppai is an adjective that means sour. Means sort of sour, extremely salty. It can be used for either extremely salty things or extremely sour things. So this is claiming to be a spicy and sour chili liqueur. Doesn't that just make your skin crawl? I feel like I should use this as a punishment game, but we have to try it first. So, what do you want? Cocktail or this abomination? Maybe with some soda. Is this the stuff they drench my chicken in? Hell, it might be. It's bloody lemon and chili. Probably make a good sauce. And in fact, there is 2 ways to use this. Way number 1, sono ichi, is put it with soda. 1 part this, 2 to 3 parts soda. And the other one is eating it with gyoza and meat as a sauce. Using this alcohol as a sauce that you dip your stuff into. Which just happens. I believe wine occasionally gets used like this, actually. Delicious. So yes, it is what they drench your chicken in, maybe. Let me finish my actual drink. I kind of want this, yeah. Well, too bad. So what are we feeling? Cocktail or this? Put your votes in now. There's only one person to vote, but you can put your vote in now. You too can change the life of this geriatric. Come on, mate. Make a decision. You kind of want it, but do I want it? That's the real question, Panda Nubs. What do I want? Do I want it? Yes? Yes, I want it. Straight or with soda? Actually, let's do both. Screw it. At this point, I'm feeling it. Let's go. Alright. I wonder if you can hear this crack. Both is good. Let's see if you can hear this crack open. Ready? I don't know if you heard that, but there it opens. There's the... Whoa! Christ! That's a smell. That caught me off guard. I didn't mean to drop that lid. That's the terrible... All bloody Japanese alcohol bottles have this awful little aluminium lid. Has this little bloody cutting bloody workplace hazard hanging off it. Look at it. Bloody workplace hazard there. Kinda hurt it. Nice. There you go. Little piece of metal just for you. I always want my alcohol bottles with a little piece of metal. Alright. Christ, that was a smell that caught me off guard. Oh my god, that smells... does not smell like a drink. Smells sort of like chili. Certainly smells natural. My nose is starting to tingle. Alright. A mix of chili and lemon. I'll give it that. With an unmistakable sweetness put in there. So, let's bring back the little fella. Here he is. It's our little fella. He's been running around with his little knife for too long, this little fella. He needs to suffer. He needs to suffer. Oh, wait. Yes, right. I'll get back. I forgot. These are they make very thick liqueurs. They're almost sauce-like. They have a residue. It's quite heavy. They're quite heavy liqueurs. Alright, shaken up. Shaken, not stirred. Ooh, let's go. Everyone ready for this? Get them all centered. Yeah. Let's pray to all the little... Everyone give a salute to the little fella as he gets crowned. Hello, J-Hank. You join me as I am about to suffer greatly, I think. Oh my god, it's clear. Or sort of red. I was expecting them to be far thicker and far redder. Right. So yes, hello, Hank. I hope you're having a better day than I'm about to have. Ah yes, arrived at the most crucial time. Me pouring the lemon and chili liqueur. By the way, this kanji here, karakute suppai, means spicy and extremely sour. Suppai is sour or extremely salty as well. There you go. Ooh, you can see little pieces of chili floating around in it. Our fellow's taking a little bath. This is my sake cup, by the way, that I bought. I bought a little sake cup from an old lady. Has a little man on it. Look at that little tanuki. I like my little man. Alright, everyone. Wish me luck. Oh my goodness. Let's smell its nose. Surprisingly little nose comparatively how strong it was when I smelt it in the bottle. Ah! Christ! Oh! Ah, made me see God! My goodness! I saw the Lord himself! Dear oh dear. That almost went down the wrong way. The sourness really surprised me. Christ almighty. Does it smell like lemon? It certainly does. Smells like lemon. The spice isn't too bad, but it's quick. That is the fastest spice. Yeah, it's spicy. Not terribly spicy, but the burn of the 20% alcohol in it really enhances it. They go hand in hand, like a wonderfully constructive waveform. Yeah, it does just look like they've thrown chili powder in a lemon liqueur. I honestly think that's it, but it was quick. That was like instantaneous burn. It's not as spicy as a raw lemon. I'll give it that. Oh, I've been dropping. Oh, don't know why I suddenly dropped a heap of frames, sorry. Not as spicy as a raw lemon, but it really is the combination of a slight spice, like sour, mid-level sour, light spice, and alcohol. Really come together in a wonderful punch to the face. A real 1-2 to the gullet. A 1-2-3 to the gullet. This is a spectacular punishment. Next party I go to, I'm bringing this. This is great. Nah, down the hatch, mate. Whoa. That is... Oh, it's a bit burny now. And because of how I drink alcohol, it's burning the same way down. Ooh, that's gonna give me heartburn. This is heartburn in a cup. This is heartburn in a cup. Ooh. Dear oh dear oh dear oh dear. It really is just chili in a sweet lemon liquid. They have just put chili flakes in this. That is so funny. Starting to burn now. Let's swish it around my mouth, really get it evened out. Has notes of lemon and despair. Whoa! Oh, damn. Ooh-wee. That is something, isn't it? That is bloody something, mate. Making me see God. There you go. There's the proof. Took a shot of the damn stuff. That is some. Gotta be careful not to scratch my bloody eye. I'm gonna some of my fingers. Oh, that is a creation. I do see how this can be used as a sauce, though. Jay Hank, you may not have been here for it. Let me get the lid back on so you can see it. But this drink has two ways to consume it. And I say consume it because it's not just drinking. Consume. On the back, it has a little thing for sonoichi. Have some of this with some soda. Sononi. Have this as a dipping sauce. You know, honestly, I wouldn't hate this as a dipping sauce. I think if I were to do a barbecue with some nice pieces of thin meat, like a yakiniku style barbecue and like a teppanyaki place, I think this would make a great sauce for lamb or for beef. I think this would make a great sauce for lamb, for beef, maybe pork, but more lamb and beef. I'd say this would make a great sauce for hell. I'd be tempted to make some souvlaki with this. Some lamb skewers with this stuff. It tastes more like a raw ingredient. It does taste like I'm drinking sauce. It was in the liquor shop. If you look on the back, it's 20%. There it is. 20%. It is an alcohol. It was in the liquor shop. I've had this company's alcohol before. They make a sweet potato liqueur. That's quite nice. They do also recommend to eat that one. Weirdly enough, they recommend putting in ice cream, but it works well in milk. Point is, I do feel like I am just drinking a sauce. And even a dipping sauce. You know, the very light sauces that are supposed to lightly cover things. Christ, that was an experience, though. I am sad that you people cannot experience how... Well, actually, no, you can. Go to your local fruit market, grab a lemon, grab some sugar, and grab a chili, and just eat them. Just cut open that lemon, sprinkle the sugar on it, and just eat it with a chili. And you've got this sauce. Not like a really hot chili, like a chili that looks like the one on this bottle. Just a basic, spicy chili. I do like the atsu. No ketchup, just sauce, raw sauce. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Christ. You know, I expected what it was. I knew that what was coming, and it still surprised me. That an alcohol company would be so bold to claim this could be drunk. I am tempted now. I should go grab the bottle of soda I have, if I still have it, and I haven't forgotten. I should get the bottle of soda. And, see how this is with some soda. Yeah? You think we should try it with some soda? I think we should try it with some soda. Why the hell bloody not with this firing? I'm not even tipsy. Let go grab the soda. It'll be funny. Throw some chili flakes and a lemon. There you go. That's essentially what this is. Chili flakes and a bloody lemon. There you go. Chili flakes and a lemon. That's what we got in this trick. Japan's finest. Japan's finest. Japan's finest. Strong, sparkling, 0-calorie water. I do like my 0-calorie water. Alright, let's absolutely defile this beautiful crystal glass with this drink. Oh yeah, I forgot there's ice next to me that is very quickly melting. Well, you can be thrown in the drink too. I'm gonna have to be very careful when I pick that up. Alright. Nice. What'd they say? 1 to 2? Let's do 1 to 3. I'm not insane. Does normal water have calories? Probably not, but they're sure as hell gonna claim it. Ooh, nice. Ooh, you can barely see it's there anymore. It's here, my friends. Have some water. Drink this delicious water. No. Water. In inverted commas. Water. Alright. Bottoms up. Nope. Just as awful. It's just now a really bizarre sour lemon soda. A really terrible lemonade. I am shocked I resist the urge of swearing my head off when I've been drinking this. This is... I am showing the absolute patience of a saint right now. My God. How does he do it? There's wax all over my floor. There's a lemon in a cup. Chili powder and cognac. I'm really surrounded by garbage. Christ, this stuff sucks. Though, I should remember, it probably... Taxi! Take this water. There's nothing wrong with this water. Ah, taxi. Of all the drinks I could have just spilt everywhere, I forgot the lid wasn't on. I went to put it in front of the camera, and I poured it all over my desk. Taxi indeed. I am sorry, beautiful white sheet. Only be slightly stained. With chili. Oh, now my apartment smells like it. Ah! It's like terrible. It's like off lemons and... I guess that's the smell of chip. Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh, yeah, in Australia, well, at least where I was, if you spilt your drink while drinking, or you tripped over or did something that made it look like you were drunk, guilty as charged, you would yell taxi. Somebody would trip over or spill, hey, taxi! Hey, call a taxi for him! The Japanese have no idea what I do when I do that. You can't actually see where I've spilled it. There's some of it spilled here. Oh, it's over here, actually. You can't see it. That managed to perfectly miss the camera. That... How did that look on camera? Ah, it tastes like a lemonade, and then it's spicy. I'm drinking spicy water. How has my life come to this? I have spilt spicy water all over my desk. How have I come to this? I'm gonna have to wash this shit. I knew I was gonna have to wash this shit. I just wasn't expecting that was what I'd spill. At least it's mostly clear. So it will wash out pretty well. It'll be a waste of some detergent, but yeah, may as well. I'll do it tomorrow morning. Getting ready for work. But yeah! Spicy lemon water. I'm drinking spicy, acidic water that is double acidic because I put both lemon and carbonic acid in it. Christ, I've really, this is probably one of the lowest points I've ever been. I think genuinely I'm at one of the lowest points I've ever been. Drinking spicy water. Christ. Where had it all gone wrong? I haven't even gotten popular yet and I'm having my downfall. Soon I'm gonna start talking about stoicism. Make an image change and have a kid or something. Or say I'm gonna have a kid. Or cheat on my partner that I don't have. I don't know. There's ways I could get lower, I suppose. Okay. Lesson learned. Do not breathe in the bubbles of this spicy water. This carbonated spicy water. Turns out, the bubbles are releasing a spicy gas, and I just burned my nose. Ouch. The bubbles in this carbonated soda are spicy. So when I'm breathing the air, when I sniff the water, the spicy, spicy water, the spicy water burns my nose. How could this happen? How could this happen? Honestly, I'm tempted to grab myself some beef, fry it up in a pan, or a barbecue, and dip the stuff in. I think it would make a spectacular dipping sauce. Man, maybe not spectacular. An okay, a serviceable dipping sauce. It may be low, but look, you're low. Look at Niji. I'm not exactly looking to dig my way to Brazil. So yes, I don't think I could be quite that low yet. Not quite that low yet. Though, everyone's kind of forgotten about Niji being weird, haven't they? Not really much of a big news story anymore. The bigger news story is the fact that... The fact that, people have found microplastics in testicles. That's my cursed fact of the day. My cursed fact of the day is that recently scientists have discovered that all testicles now have microplastics in them. Yes. At least that's what the headline said. I never read the article. How could this happen to me? Nobody else. My nephew used to say that all the time. My nephew used to always say that. He always used to sing that when I used to make fun of him. Also, see ya, Panda. Thanks for coming. Gotta go. Have fun. I will have fun with this cursed piece of spicy water right here. Probably mix it with this glove and it would be and then scratch somebody in the eyes and kill them. I don't want to think about that. Weirdly enough, neither did Tiberian. It was literally the last thing he said in the chat. Was, I didn't really need to know that. And that was because I went, did you know that they found microplastics in people's testicles? And then, he was gone. I think I killed him with that one. I must apologize. I didn't mean to get this unhinged. I'm just tired. And when I'm tired, the wonderful spectrum of my terrible attention span really shows itself. Like, I cannot concentrate for love or money after a day of work. Like, for love or money, I cannot concentrate after a day of work, so I was jumping all over the shop at the start of this stream. Jumping all over the shop. I don't have a thought, I don't have a train of thought, nor a line of thought. I have a shotgun blast of thought. I have a buckshot of thought. Just a circle, generally, on a wall that jumps to vaguely related topics, and sometimes one just pings off into the distance. Which is why I started talking about microplastics in testicles. I mean, where did my testy word? Well, they're filled with plastic. Mate, I don't know. Probably should sit down and have a conversation with Testy about that. Seems kind of weird that it's able to go around and hang out without you. It seems a bit mean, you know? It's your family jewels. Yeah, your brothers. I can't believe they'd be hanging out with people behind your back like that. Christ almighty. What the hell am I saying? The spicy bloody bubbles again. They got my nose. They tickle my nose hairs. The PS2 energy. Well, it's just as likely to be filled with the PS2's rival, the original Xbox, the Xbox, or the Sega Saturn, or One of the really, really bad failed consoles that people would have drop-kicked into the ocean. I guess if you don't eat much fish, you'd probably have avoided most of the microplastics. Maybe. I'm really gonna look up that. Let's look up that article. I have no idea what this article was about. All I know is there was microplastics and testicles in the same sentence, which is why I'm gonna write microplastics and testicles into Google and see what happens. Microplastics. Testicles. Ooh. NPR.org. Microplastics have been detected in human testicles. Whether it's the bloodstream, brain, or lungs, microscopic fragments of plastic seem to turn up in every time scientists scour a new corner of the human body. The male reproductive organs are no exception. New research published this month finds that microplastics can build up in the testicles of humans and dogs, raising more questions about the potential health impacts of these particles. Animal studies have shown exposure to microplastics can affect sperm quality and male fertility. But scientists are still in the early stages of translating this work to human health. Microplastics are everywhere, says Dr. John Yu, toxicologist in the College of Nursing at the University of New Mexico, and the lead author of the study. The quantification of those microplastics in humans is the first step to understanding its potential adverse effects. No, Microsoft owns them. Now they own live service. If it were Nintendo, they would come up with a reason and rip them off without saying a word. And if it was Microsoft, they'd find a reason. Well, it's Microsoft. I don't know what you want. The joke makes itself. It's just Microsoft. That's the end of the sentence. If it was Microsoft, haha, dun dun. Continuing with the joke I was originally going to make before I said the name of the company. If it was Microsoft, they'd find a way to actually purchase your balls for an extremely high price. It would purchase your balls for a middling price, promising that they would actually improve their effectiveness and use their effectiveness to fund the many years of successful work together. And then they'll suddenly turn around and go, actually, no, we bought you, and now we're gonna tank you into the ground and fire all of your stuff. And then all the sperms are out in the street looking for a new job because bloody Microsoft decided, but, we actually don't care. And if we make a heap of failed companies and scrap everything they made, we can make our fourth quarter really good because we can get lots of tax breaks. We lost all this money. Ooh, look, we fired all these employees and now we have a heap of money in the coffers because of all those employees' wages not being paid to them. I'm going insane. I'm going insane. And this is why I'm planning to have these streams only be 2 hours long. I'm off the damn rails. Gone. Gone with the wind, I am. Gone with the wind. And covered in spicy lemons. Man, straight up telling something from a horror movie, I am. I can't wait for the Microsoft horror movie. I hope it's not called Microsoft, because that'd be really funny. Oh. I can't believe I had to drink this. This was a cursed drink, and I am going to make everyone I know drink it. I'm going to say, starts drinking lemons. Drinking lemons is more reasonable than drinking whatever the hell this is. Frankly, now that I know I don't like it, and I like a lot of things. I'm usually okay with it. This is particularly awful. But now I don't know I don't like it. You better believe I'm going to bring this bottle to every single group meeting I ever have. Every party. Every fun little doodah. I'm going to bring this drink. And I'm going to get more and more people to drink it because I am an insufferable bastard who comes from Australia. And we love that sort of thing. This is going to be great. I'm just going to pour this into a flask and go, hey, and like sip it and not react. I'm going to train myself so I don't have to react. I'm going to sip from my flask and go, oh yeah, have some of this. It's an interesting liqueur. And they're going to sip it, and they're going to vomit everywhere. It's going to be really funny. It's going to be hilarious. You'll have to be there. You'll have to be there. But it'll be great. And you better believe I'm going to get everyone I know in this country to drink this. And then I might actually cook some beef up and have it with it. Next time I go to a barbecue. Maybe in the summer holidays. I'll go to a barbecue and we can have some. Go to a barbecue and have some. Be nice. Going through your Joker arc. No. I just know that it'll be funny. I've always been like this. Everyone is. I'd like to say most Australians are like this. Gaslighting is our bread and butter. Any tourist who walks into the damn country is never going to escape that. I'm not a joker. Well, I am a joker. But in, like, the normal meaning of the word. Just having a bit of a joke, mate. I am a joker. But more importantly, I'm an Australian. I have a God-given duty. That if I find something awful and difficult to drink and miserable to experience, that I am going to get as many people that I know to experience it without wanting to as I possibly can. I'm going to find every person who hates spice. I'm going to give them this chili drink. Because I once was a kid and had the same sort of thing done to me. Hell, I wasn't a bloody adult. I was, only 10 or 15 years ago. I hope I can't make it back before your stream ends. I'm going to be ending in like 5 minutes, J-Hank. I wouldn't worry a damn thing about that. You can probably just say good night right now. I definitely won't be streaming for that much longer. I'll probably be ending at about 9 o'clock. So 5 minutes from now, so. At least that was the plan. So. It is my God-given duty to make people suffer around me. Because I was a bloody adult. Some person fed me a chili beer once. That was awful. And that person fed them to me because their brother had bought a 24-pack of chili beers and left them in the fridge. And so they were trying to make the whole neighborhood suffer it. Our little neighborhood get-together. We're having a bit of a block party, as the Americans call it. And this fella bought a 24-pack of chili beer. Like he was going to be appreciated or something. He was really spreading the suffering, and it's just what you have to do. Just what you have to do. I'm tired. I'm going insane. I'm going mad, mate. I've got a few kangaroos loose on my bloody top paddock. A few raisins short of a fruitcake. A few sandwiches short of a picnic. And a few wombats short of a burrow. A few bandicoots short of Crash. Crash Bandicoot, the popular Naughty Dog game. First popularized on many earlier systems. They weren't originally going to use a Bandicoot as a band. They just made up a Bandicoot. They didn't even know what a Bandicoot was most of the time. They were like, oh, Australia has cool sounding animals. Ooh, it never gets easier. Never gets easier. But hey! At least we got to go up Knob Creek. I am a child. Knob Creek. Very funny. That sounds like a location in Australia. It almost certainly is a location in Australia. I'm pretty sure Knob Mountain is a place in Australia. Some of the names of places in Australia. There's Ship Creek, which is very interesting. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Remember, this is what lemons does to people. Indeed, what lemons does to people. Truly. A night to be remembered. A night to be remembered. Good God up above. Christ Almighty, save me from my suffering. About to start saying the Lord's Prayer at this point, Christ. About to start saying the Lord's Prayer, I swear. Ooh, wait. Oh. Alright. Let's finish this drink and call it a night. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Bottoms up. And that, my dear friends, is the end of whatever the hell that was. Christ Almighty, the Lord above, is looking down in shame to that one. Looking down in shame at that one. But as we are coming to 2 hours, or a bit less than 2 hours, a minute or so less than 2 hours, I think we will have to call it there, because unfortunately, I am a busy man who has far too many responsibilities for how much he gets paid. Don't let my bosses hear that, because they'd probably tell me that I was lucky to have my position. Anyway, that brings us to the end. So, for those still watching, or those watching in posterity, thank you all for watching. You've been a good audience. I've had a great time, even though I've had the organizational thinking of a particularly caffeined hamster. I enjoyed myself. I've had a good time. I think this won't be the last time we do the old drink cam. I think I enjoy doing this. It'll be nice to continue making cocktails on streams. Drinking awful alcohol. So, Karashi. Oh, Karashi. Isn't Karashi mustard? Oh, Karashi was mustard. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me finish normally. As always, good night. Sweet dreams. And don't mind the mad Australians' inane screams. Because truly, I am saying nothing worth listening to at this point. Otherwise, I'll see you all next week. God, I do need a taxi. Taxi to take me about 2 feet to my bed. Anyway, let's do the old sign my fellow's doing. Yep, chef's kiss. It was a great stream. I'll see you all later. Hopefully, for a stream with better alcohol. Nighty night.